DC Comics.
Lincoln said that in his first inaugural address as our nation's 16th president. So, if you'll please have your tickets ready, we can begin the tour.
Wait, what the f*** was the Lincoln lesson if not part of the tour? You mean I didn't have to be listening to all that? Discount Tiki Barber.
I would never let anything happen to you.
Obvious foreshadowing dialogue cliche. Oh, snap, the X-Men got caught up in an improv everywhere performance.
What do you need, William?
Just your authorization for a special operation.
Blackbriar.
We developed the technology that built his plastic prison.
So, plastic then? This is the last time we see Senator Kelly. I wonder if anyone else will miss him once Mystique stops being him for a few weeks.
For a few weeks.
Probably just my long-lost twin brother. The less questions I ask, the better. No one stores their soda in the pantry, unless they like it warm or happen to have a script requiring the Iceman mutant to do something cute with his powers.
Yes.
Thanks.
But now and then, every mother needs to get away. Without her, the babies are helpless.
Conveniently timed nature program foreshadowing cliche. Admit it, you rooted for evil to win, though. That's a nifty trick this helicopter pulled, opening the doors with wind, I guess. I admit Wolverine's claws are pretty badass, but I think they would be awful at starting cars. Damn, don't let Stryker know the mutant's one weakness is in sync. Shit, Cerebro's gatekeeper's been fooled twice now. Don't you think it might be time to go with a password or secret question? Didn't Magneto tell Stryker everything about Cerebro? When you break it down, Cerebro's a pretty simple machine. All you need is that, all of this, and that. What exactly was his stumbling block to building his own? See, even hot girls need to roofie a guy for a sure thing now and again. This dude's underwear. You'll have to forgive, Iceman. True Blood wasn't for another 5 years. I wish I had that cliche.
I wish I had.
Too much iron in your blood, enough to make these 3 iron balls, but not enough to be detected by the metal detector? That's its chief job description. If Professor X's helmet is keeping him from using his telepathy, then how is Jason's telepathy getting past the helmet? This is why you bring your spinning top or loaded die with you at all times. How does Magneto know that they would fly here? How long has he been camping in these woods with Mystique, waiting for a plane to fly overhead?
Wait a minute. How would Stryker even know where to find Cerebro in the first place?
Didn't she have an accent in the last movie? Or at least some of the time?
Girls flirt with the dangerous guy, Logan. You don't take him home.
I know several bars and pubs that would disagree with you.
Then why not stay in disguise all the time? You know? Look like everyone else.
Because we shouldn't have to.
You know, Mystique is right. You shouldn't have to be a closet mutant. But Mystique's problems are like the problems of Rachel Lee Cook and She's All That. As if no one would ever want to be her friend or want to have sex with her. Mystique is sexier as her blue self than 99% of the human population. Wolverine can smell that it was Mystique in the first movie, but his penis overwhelms his nose in the sequel, and it's only the scars that give it away. Holy shit, is that the guy who played Cameron in Dead Poets Society? I still want to punch that The movie establishes that the 2 people fighting are equally matched, which means that some sort of total bullshit is going to have to happen for one of them to die. See? Why is there an illusion of a little girl here now? When Magneto and Mystique came in before, it was completely normal. Did they instruct Jason to create an illusion while also trying to perform the very difficult task of controlling Xavier's mind and killing all the humans? Yeah, f*** this guy. What an asshole.
The helicopter's right here!
Who gives a shit? You came here in a jet, remember? Might be understandable for him to forget, but everyone, including Storm, doesn't remember they came here in a jet? Like, what was the plan anyway? Fly off in the helicopter and leave Rogue and Iceman to die as they sat dutifully waiting in the jet? Or fly off in the helicopter to go to the jet, wasting all that time on a short trip when the jet is like 100 yards away? What? How would Rogue know when the perfect time is to start flying this thing? How did she even get it in the air?
Just lose the feed? Are we still live?
Cool scene, but what?
Mutation.
Movie ends with the exact same narration from the beginning of the first movie.
It is.
It does. It's not that bad though. 39. Well, this was only 4 minutes, so you know. It's kind of how that goes.
What the hell was that back there?
Stryker. His name is Stryker.
Stryker. Stryker, 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 Stryker!
These lights represent every living person on the planet.
You took my sonar concept and applied it to every phone in the city.
With half the city feeding you sonar, you can image all of Gotham.
Oh my god.
This is wrong.
So you have an X-Men sequel script for me? Yes, sir, I do. And because of the way we ended the first movie, we have a couple of things we need to get out of the way. Like what? Well, like Wolverine took off on a motorcycle to look into his past, right? Right. So he's immediately gonna be like, well, couldn't find anything, and go back to the mansion. Oh, didn't put much effort into that at all. And another thing is that Mystique is still taking the form of Senator Kelly. Wait, she's still Senator Kelly? How long's it been? A little while, I guess. So she's been sitting in on meetings, voting on bills, going home to Senator Kelly's family, golfing. Yeah, Mystique is a full-time public servant now, but sometimes she flashes her eyes yellow to nobody in particular, so she's still evil. Oh, flashing your eyes yellow when nobody's looking is super evil. We're also gonna have Storm back in this movie, and now her Kenyan accent is completely gone. Oh, what happened to her accent? I guess she spent the months in between movies going to speech therapy or something. Wow, interesting priorities. Also, Halle Berry threatened to club me with her Oscar if I didn't take out her character's accent. She was having a tough time with it in the first movie. That's right. Anyway, so in this movie, we're gonna have this bad guy Stryker attack the X-Mansion with a bunch of dudes. That's not good. And Wolverine's the only adult there, and he ends up escaping with Rogue and Bobby and this guy Pyro. Okay. So then they go hide out with Bobby's family in Boston. And what happens there? Well, Bobby is gonna come out as a mutant to his parents, and they're not gonna be understanding at all. They're gonna be like, have you tried not being a mutant? Oh, I didn't realize this was a cheap wedding. What do you mean? Because that metaphor is thinly veiled. Oh, solid burn on my writing abilities, sir. That one hurt my feelings. Fantastic. Anyway, so then the cops show up because Bobby's little brother is a dirty rat, and they think Wolverine's holding knives. So they tase him? No, they immediately shoot him in the goddamn face. Oh my god, Boston PD doesn't mess around. Yeah, but he's fine. Well, thank goodness. So then the X-Men take off in the X-Jet, but they get chased by some fighter jets. Uh-oh. Yeah, so Storm makes a whole bunch of tornadoes. Yep. Wouldn't that be incredibly destructive and dangerous for the people down below? Yes. Yeah, I guess she killed a bunch of people, or at least destroyed their homes. Whoops. Whoopsie. So then what happens? Well, the fighter pilots have to eject from their planes, but one of them manages to fire off 2 missiles. Oh, so what does Storm do? Well, at that point, she decides to stop helping. What, couldn't she hit them with lightning or something? Probably, but she's not gonna. Why not? Doesn't feel like it. Huh. So then Jean takes over, but she messes it up and the X-Jet gets hit. Wow, Storm picked a horrible time to stop helping. She sure did. So the X-Jet starts spiraling downwards. Wow, it's gonna be tough for them to get out of that situation. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, just before the jet's about to crash, Magneto stops it with his powers. He's gonna stop it from where? Well, he's like standing in the forest clearing next to where the plane's going down, so he just kind of catches it. How could you have known the exact flight path of a jet doing evasive maneuvers at 500 miles per hour? That's a good question. Yeah, it is. And the answer is magnets. Magnets? Yeah. Magnets. Well, that works for me. Yeah. Oh, thank God. He is Magneto after all. He sure is. And what else happens in the movie? Well, Wolverine's whole thing in this movie is about wanting to find out about his past, right? Okay. And so he's gonna find out that Stryker was the one who injected him with adamantium. Wow, and what does Wolverine do with that information? Absolutely nothing. And then Stryker's gonna use his own son Jason to control Professor X and Cerebro and try to kill all the mutants in the world. Oh boy. Yeah, but Magneto's gonna stop him and be like, hey, kill all the humans instead, okay? So what happens with the humans? Well, Professor X starts to do his thing, so all the humans in the world kind of freeze up and have these crazy pain seizures. Wow, so we're actually gonna have Professor X kill a bunch of people? That's dark. No, he's not gonna kill anyone. They're just gonna kind of freeze up in pain. But what about the humans that are driving on the freeway or piloting planes or in the middle of surgery? Wouldn't they all die? Right. Right. So how do you explain that one? I'm just gonna go with magnets again, if that's cool. Fair enough. Magnets are tight. Anyway, so then a dam is gonna break because Cyclops is the freaking worst, and all the X-Men are gonna have to escape from the water. Exciting. But then the plane isn't starting, so Jean has to sacrifice herself. Wait, what? Yeah, she gets out of the plane and controls it with her mind because there's some water on the way. Isn't there a mutant on the plane that freezes stuff? There's 2, actually, because Storm has a whole big scene earlier where she freezes stuff, and they didn't even try to freeze some of the water, make a protective barrier or something? They do not. So then, yeah, Jean dies, but also she doesn't because sequels. Wow. So what do you think? It sounds great, man. Just make sure you don't go too deep into Wolverine's origin, though. Why not? Well, because that's amazing material for a spin-off. You want to make an entire movie about Wolverine's origins? Oh, yeah, for sure. I think that's the best way to do this character justice.
It's kind of funny to see how some of the stuff in the pitch mini, at least, is foreshadowed because, obviously Logan comes out and Professor X does murder and kill a bunch of people, at least mutants and stuff. The piece on Wolverine or X-Men Origins Wolverine, how it was just... It was just really bad. Definitely an early pitch meeting, but still good. Definitely an early Everything Wrong With CinemaSins video, being that it's only 4 minutes, but again, still good. I liked it. I liked how it kind of sprinkled in little memes in there as well. That was different. So this is probably one of my favorite Everything Wrong With videos so far. Also, how they both attacked Halle Berry's accent in this. It was in the first movie sporadically, and it's not in this one at all. It's definitely not in The Last Stand at all. So she just kind of did away with it, which I think was fine because it was very sporadic. It wasn't really that great in the first movie. X2 is still kind of heralded as one of the best superhero movies of all time. When you see it on different people's lists, it's always like at the top or towards the top. It was a favorite of mine for a long time. Now it's a little bit boring when I watch it now. It's a little slow in comparison to other superhero movies. Not just X-Men movies, but superhero movies. Especially once you've had the Wolverine and Logan, even Deadpool, and you watch this one now, it's kind of like, it's a little bit slow. It's good, but it's slow. I don't think I would have it in my top 5 at this point anymore. As far as superhero movies, as far as X-Men movies, it's probably still in the top 5. But as far as overall superhero movies, it's not in the top 5 anymore. What's your top 5 though? Let me know, your top 5. Top 5 superhero movies, just period. Not Marvel, not DC, just overall. It's all of them. What's your top 5 favorite superhero movies? Let me know in the comments. I'll pin mine in this video, so look for that. To all you guys, the subscribers, the members, thanks so much for supporting the channel in any way that you do. It really goes a long way and helps me do what I do each and every day, so I really appreciate you guys. To my hyper crew, you guys get a verbal shout out by me in every video. Brian Tidwell, Steve O, Slepnir, Dash Milner, K6013, Daniel Lopez, Portal on Mobile 44, Jonathan Cedarland, Kratos, William Cooper, and Shane Cook. Thank you guys for choosing that top tier crew. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. While you're still here, hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Helps out the channel in a big way. Another thing that helps out the channel, you know it, hitting that subscribe button. If it's still red, you're not subscribed yet, go ahead, hit that button. Goes from red to gray. You won't miss out on any videos. You can just join in on all the fun. You can also check out our most popular videos on the channel and our most recent reaction as well. If you've seen all of that, I'll see you guys in the comments. We can talk more about this. Otherwise, check out some of the other channels I've got in the description below. They got some great content. I think you would really enjoy it. That's all I got for you guys on this one. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys on the next video.